Ladies and gentlemen, before beginning our meditation session, let us discuss briefly Lord Buddha's teaching in practice for a moment. The summary of Lord Buddha's teachings are that number one is to refrain from bad conduct, such as bad action, bad speech, and bad thought, by way of accepting precepts of moralities. Number two, to perform good or right conduct, which include dana or offerings, sila or precepts of morality and meditation. Number three is to purify one's mind and to develop right wisdom of the Four Noble Truths. For example, right understanding, right thought, etc. Why these teachings? Because Lord Buddha discovered that bad conducts bring misery to the doer's lives, while good conducts and purification of mind bring happiness, prosperity, peace to our lives. Why suffering? Misery of lives exists because of birth and rebirth. Why birth and rebirth? One was born or is to be born because there was a will to become, as in Bali word called bhava. Why a will to be born? One's attachment to the worldly objects, sights, sound, smell, taste, and physical body bring about desire to become. Why attachment? Because of craving or over-desire to enjoy worldly objects, sights, smell, sounds, and taste, etc. Why craving or over-desire? Lord Buddha discovered that sense of experience or feeling, for example, pleasant feeling originates craving and over-desire to enjoy it. If anything to which we had never tasted or experienced before, we will not desire for it, right? Why? Experience or feelings? Because of having sense-object contact. Now, Lord Buddha discovered that why sense-object contact? Because we have six sense organ cognition. Why six sense organ cognition? Because we have psychophysical organism. Lord Buddha discovered that why psychophysical organism? Because there is an initial consciousness of embryo. Why consciousness? Lord Buddha discovered that because of impression of the past deed, whether good or bad. Why impression? One has impression because of ignorance of the Four Noble Truths and on the law of cause and effect in the past and in the future, and on the conditions of cause and effects, which is known as dependent origination. Ignorance is the root cause of impression that cause craving, attachment, a will to become, rebirth, and thereby let misery of life persist. Now, let's discuss Dhamma practice. Dhamma practice, in summary, is known as sila, which means acceptance of precepts of moralities. Samadhi, which means concentration of mind. And panya, which means as right wisdom. Altogether is known as samatha vipassana. Number one, sila, which lead to the right speech, right conduct, and right occupation, is the basis of the meritorious performance. Number two, samadhi, which lead to right effort and mindfulness as well as concentration of mind, can help to purify one's mind from hindrance. The hindrance which should be removed from one's mind are sleepy, doubt, ill will, restlessness of mind, and sensuous desire. Number 3, panya or wisdom, leading to the right wisdom and thought, can help to remove ignorance by way of contemplation of Dhamma that include mindfulness of physical body, feeling, and mind. The more and more ignorance, craving, and other defilements and attachment to be removed, the purer and more refined element of body and mind come to exist in the doer's mind. The purest and the most refined body and mind is called by Lord Buddha as Dhammakaya. Now, Dhammakaya is not subjected to change, is permanent, and therefore is peacefully happy. Dhammakaya is really Lord Buddha, or Puttaratana, Dhammaratana, and Sangharatana, who was enlightened in the Four Noble Truths, and who obtained the path, the fruition, and nibbana, or nirvana. It is not the crude body's mind that was enlightened and obtained the path, fruition, and nibbana, because the crude body's mind was subjected to change, had to endure, and void of self. Now, the most efficient method of samatha vipassana taught by the late abbot of Wat Pak Nam Temple, namely หลวงพ่อสด or พระมงคลเทพมุนี are that 3 elements of practices are needed. Number 1, parikam nimit, associate with breathing at the beginning. And number 2, parikam pavana, by repeating the word as samma arahang, samma arahang, which in fact samma means samma samputto, which means Lord Buddha's wisdom or enlightenment, and the word arahang means far away from passion, which means Lord Buddha's purity. So repeating the word samma arahang is really Puttanusati. Now, number 3, center of the body, locating about an inch above the navel level, is where one's mind arises before performing further functions, and is where one's refined bodies and feelings and mind and Dhamma are existing. Therefore, the center of the body is the right place where mindfulness of body, including feelings, mind, and Dhamma, can be the most efficiently practiced. Now, in conclusion of this, I am sure that all of you understand why Dhamma practice. And from now on, let us prepare for meditation lesson. Ladies and gentlemen, now let's come to meditation practice lesson 1. As I mentioned before that samatha and vipassana includes sila or precepts of morality as well as concentration of mind, which leads to right wisdom or panya. So from now on, let's everybody request for acceptance of precepts of moralities. I am reading to you and you follow my reading. Now, you ready? You prepare yourself like this and follow me. มะยังพันเต ติสรเนนะสหปัญจศีลานิยาจามะ May I receive the triple refuge together with the 5 precepts ทุติยัมปีมยังพันเตติสรเนนะสหปัญจศีลานิยาจามะ For the second time may I receive the triple refuge together with the 5 precepts ตติยัมปีมยังพันเตติสรเนนะสหปัญจศีลานิยาจามะ For the third time may I receive the triple refuge together with the 5 precepts. Now I will lead you to pay homage to Lord for 3 times. นะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะ Now you follow me. พุทธังสรณังคัจฉามิ I accept the Buddha as my refuge. ธัมมังสรณังคัจฉามิ I accept the Dhamma as my refuge. สังฆังสรณังคัจฉามิ I accept the Sangha as my refuge. ทุติยัมปีพุทธังสรณังคัจฉามิ ทุติยัมปีธัมมังสรณังคัจฉามิ ทุติยัมปีสังฆังสรณังคัจฉามิ ตติยัมปีพุทธังสรณังคัจฉามิ ตติยัมปีธัมมังสรณังคัจฉามิ ตติยัมปีสังฆังสรณังคัจฉามิ ปานาติปาตาเวระมณีสิกขาปะดังสมาธิยามิ I undertake to observe the precepts of refraining from killing. อทินนาทานาเวระมณีสิกขาปะดังสมาธิยามิ I undertake to observe the precept of refraining from theft. กาเมสุมิชฌาจาราเวระมณีสิกขาปะดังสมาธิยามิ I undertake to observe the precept of refraining from sexual immorality. มุสาวาทาเวระมณีสิกขาปะดังสมาธิยามิ I undertake to observe the precept of refraining from falsehood. สุราเมระยะมัชฌะปมาทัฏฐานาเวระมณีสิกขาปะดังสมาธิยามิ I undertake to observe the precept of refraining from partaking intoxicants. From now on, I will tell you the virtue of this acceptance. อิมานิปัญจสิกขาปทานิสีเลนะสุขติงยันติ สีเลนะโภคะสัมปทาสีเลนะนิพพุติงยันติตัสมาสีลังวิโสทะเย From now on let's pay homage to meditation service again. Follow me. ยะมหังสัมมาสัมพุทธังภคววันตังสรณังคโตอิมินาสการเรนะตังภคววันตังอภิปูชยามิ May I now pay homage to the Buddha, all enlightened by himself, whom I acknowledge as the refuge, whereby all sufferings will be removed. ยะมหังสวาขาตังภควตาธัมมังสรณังคโตอิมินาสการเรนะตังธัมมังอภิปูชยามิ May I now pay homage to the Dhamma well preached by the Lord, which I acknowledge as the refuge, whereby all dangers will be removed. ยะมหังสุปฏิปันนังสังฆังสรณังคโตอิมินาสการเรนะตังสังฆังอภิปูชยามิ May I now pay homage to the Sangha who practice well, whom I acknowledge as the refuge, whereby all sickness will be removed. From now on, prepare to prostrate homage to all enlightened Buddha. อรหังสัมมาสัมพุทโธภควาพุทธังภควันตังอภิวาเทมิ Prostrate. Homage to the Dhamma well preached by the Lord. สวาคาโตภควตาธัมโมธัมมังนามัสสามิ Prostrate. Homage to the Sangha who practice well. สุปฏิปันโนภควโตสาวกสังโฆสังฆังนะมามิ Prostrate. All right. From now on, let us practice meditation. Now, start to practice meditation by sitting cross-legged. All right. Putting your right leg upon the left, like this, okay? Your right hand is upon the left. Your right index just touch your left thumb. Sit upright. Take your long breath and relax. Close your eyes tenderly. In order to train your mind to be concentrated at oneness or ekakatarum, we have two devices to help your mind components, that is the sphere of vision, the sphere of memory, the sphere of thought, and the sphere of awareness. Be resting at oneness by means of imagining a sphere at your nostril aperture. For the ladies, at the left aperture. For the gentleman, at the right nostril aperture. To imagine a sphere, to imagine a sphere is called parikam nimit, that is to concentrate at a vision and rest your mind at the center of the sphere by imagine the center of the sphere. Another device is to concentrate in a word, Samma Arahang, which is called Parikam Bhavana. Samma Arahang stand for Lord Buddha's virtue. This word is come from Samma Sambuddho, which means self-enlightened. That is the right wisdom of Lord Buddha. Arahang means far away from passion or Lord Buddha's purity. So when we repeat the word Samma Arahang, it means that we say or we repeat Lord Buddha's virtue and bring Lord Buddha's virtue into our mind. So from now on, you do two things. Parikam nimit, by imagining a sphere at your nostril aperture, and rest your mind at the center of the sphere. And Parikam Bhavana, repeat the word Samma Arahang at the center of the sphere. Pay no attention to anything. Just Parikam Nimit and Parikam Bhavana simultaneously. Samma Arahang. Imagining a sphere at your nostril aperture and rest your mind there at the center of the center. For the gentleman, the sphere will be at the right nostril aperture. And then during breathing, you move your sphere slowly into your nose and slowly upward to stop at your eye socket. For the ladies, at the left eye socket. For the gentlemen, at the right eye socket. Stop still there. Repeat the word Sammarahang, Sammarahang, Sammarahang at the center of the sphere. And then you move the sphere slowly to inside and stop still at the center of your head, in line with your eyes socket. Rest your mind there at the center of the sphere, at the center of your head. Repeat the word Sammarahang, 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 so that your mind be peaceful and stop still over there. And then you move the sphere downward slowly to stop still at your palate terminus. Rest your mind there at the center of the center. Repeat the word Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang to calm down your mind at the center of the sphere. In order to help all of your mind's components to be at oneness, to get into insight and to be at oneness, you may roll your eyes upward a little bit during you close your eyelids. Roll your eyes upward a little bit so that your eyes, your mind's components, which are sphere of vision, memory, thought and awareness, be backward and downward to stop still at the center of the sphere. Sammarahang, Sammarahang, Sammarahang. Move the sphere slowly to stop still at your throat aperture. Rest your mind there. Repeat the word Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang at the center of the sphere. During taking your breath in and out, you imagine and move the sphere downward slowly, directly to stop still at the center of your body, in line with your navel. Rest your mind there at the center of the sphere. Repeat the word Sammarahang, Sammarahang, Sammarahang. And then move the sphere upward about 2 inches above your navel level. This is the permanent place where your mind is supposed to be here and to stop still at oneness or ekakatarum. Don't change the position. If you feel that the sphere or the center of the sphere move around or move outside, it means that your mind cannot be concentrated perfectly. Your mind is moving or wander around. So you roll your eyes upward a little bit. Imagine the center of your body. Don't pay attention to the wandering sphere. Just rest your mind there at the center of the center and begin to reimagine a sphere and rest your mind at the center of the center again. Your mind will be more and more peaceful and stop still over there. Don't pay attention to any other thing outside. Just repeat the word Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, and imagine the center of the sphere at the center of your body simultaneously. Go ahead, do that until your mind components, which are sphere of vision, memory, thought, and the sphere of awareness, be at the same place or oneness. You will see the real nucleus, very bright and luminous, about the egg yolk, or as large as the sun or the moon. Whenever you see the real nucleus, very bright and luminous, appearing at the center of your body, don't feel frightened. Be calm and rest your mind at the center of the nucleus. Stop still until the whole nucleus is very refined and luminous. That means your mind be perfectly concentrated. So go ahead to do it. Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang. Alisa, did you see the sphere yet?
Yes.
Stop still at the center of the center. In the nucleus, you will see your mind component. The first one is the sphere of vision about the ping pong ball at the center of the nucleus. The second one is the sphere of memory, a little bit smaller, locating at the center of the sphere of vision. At the center of the memory sphere, there exists another smaller sphere of thought floating in a very pure water. When one's mind is perfectly concentrated, this sphere will be about right with the level of the water. Did you see that, Marianne?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. At the center of thought sphere, there exists the sphere of awareness, quite small but very refined and pure, also luminous. Did you see that, Angeline?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. All of these four mind components be together, rest at oneness, when your mind is perfectly concentrated. Stop still at the center of the center. The center will expand itself. You will see another nucleus or sphere, which is more refined and luminous. Did you see that, Alexina?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Raise your mind there at the center of the center. This is the sphere of moralities. So long as one's mind rests at least partially at the center of this sphere, his or her intention to speak or to do is good. Their speech, action and mind become pure. Rest your mind there at the center of the center. Then the center will expand itself. You can see another bright and luminous and refined sphere instead. Rest your mind there at the center of the center. This is the sphere of wisdom. Rest your mind there at the center of the center. The center will expand itself. You see more refined and luminous sphere. This is the sphere of vimut. Means that when one's mind stops still, at least partially, at the center of this most refined sphere, their mind will be pure from patient than usual. Did you see that sphere, Alisa?
Yes.
Stop still at the center of this sphere, at the center of the center of this most refined one. The center will enlarge itself. You will see your own refined human body appearing at the center of your body, the same size as your crude body. Somebody might see Dhammakaya looks like transparent image of Buddha. With the hood looks like lotus at the tip of the head. Whatever refined body you see, don't feel reluctant. You wish that you become the refined body right away. Detach your whole feeling from the crude one and let the refined body's mind stop still at the center of the body. You will see the sphere. Raise your mind there until your whole body and sphere are most refined. And you may see again a seed, round seed, appearing beneath your refined body also. That is Ong Chan. Raise your mind there at the center of the center until your whole body and sphere and the transparent seed are most refined and luminous. Alright? Stop still at the center of the sphere until you reach the most refined sphere. The sphere will enlarge itself. The refined body, beginning with the refined human body or Dhammakaya, will appear. Whatever refined body you see, you wish that you become that refined body, and rest your mind there at the center of the center until the whole body, sphere, and seed are most refined and luminous. Marianne, did you see your own refined body yet?
Yes.
It's a human refined body or Dhammakaya?
Dhammakaya.
Whatever you have seen, you rest your mind there at the center of the center and you become more and more refined body. How about you, Angeline? Did you see your own refined body?
Yes.
Raise your mind there at the center of the center. And how about you, Alexina?
Yes.
When you raise your mind there at the center of the center until your whole body and sphere and the seed are most refined and luminous,